Hello and welcome back. I'm Nishad, and today we are diving into how one global manufacturing company reduced its purchase order cycle time by a remarkable 40%, not through massive overhauls, but by streamlining workflows with Odoo ERP. In manufacturing, even a small delay in purchase approvals can ripple across production schedules, inventory, and vendor coordination. Today, I'll take you behind the scenes to show exactly what steps were taken, the challenges faced, and the results achieved. If you're in procurement, inventory management, or operations, then this episode is packed with insights you can apply immediately. Let's start by painting the picture. Imagine being a purchase manager or inventory supervisor in a high volume manufacturing company. Your day is a constant juggle of tasks where you are ensuring materials arrive before production stops, tracking stock across multiple plants and warehouses, managing 50 plus vendors simultaneously, and be it regarding the matching of vendor bills with POs and the receipts, or responding to last minute production demands. For our client, the processes weren't broken, they were just scattered. Spreadsheets, emails, follow ups, and unstructured approval dominated the workflow. Managers were spending more time tracking work than actually doing it. What they needed wasn't more tools, they needed a clear, predictable, and real time workflow. And that's exactly what Odoo ERP delivered. While the company we're talking about operates across multiple regions, handling high volume raw materials and collaborating with over 50 active vendors, they depend heavily on synchronized procurement and accurate inventory visibility. Yet, what they lacked was a unified digital flow where purchase orders, inventory updates, and vendor bills were perfectly aligned. Every delay had a ripple effect on production, finance, and the vendor trust. From a manager's perspective, three main challenges created the largest bottlenecks. The first one being the purchase workflow delays. Their approvals were trapped in email threads, slow, unclear, and inconsistent. They also had inventory visibility gaps, so GRNs and QC updates weren't immediately reflected, making planning unpredictable. They had issues with the vendor billing coordination, where the bills, POs, and the receipts had to be matched manually, causing delays and misalignment. Well, the leadership needed visibility, managers needed speed, and finance needed precision. And that's why a unified Odoo workflow was the natural choice. Now, let's dive into the transformation, the step by step journey that enabled these improvements. For first, let's talk about the workflow discovery. So, before any system was configured, we did a thorough operational audit. Every step from purchase request to PO closure was mapped. Dependencies across purchase, stores, QC, finance, and vendor management were analyzed. Bottlenecks like email approvals, delay QC entries, and finance chasing documents were clearly identified. We created a role based workflow diagram to define responsibilities and remove unnecessary loops. This blueprint became the foundation for the entire implementation. For the purchase automation setup, well, next, the purchase automation. Here we had multi-level approval matrices that were configured based on role, value, and department. Automated notifications and SLA tracking ensured nothing got stuck. Purchase tenders were automated and vendors could be compared on price, lead time, and quality. The result, approvals became predictable and responsibilities were crystal clear. Inventory was the heartbeat of the transformation. GRN, the QC updates were digitized and updated in real time. Batch and lot tracking ensured traceability, while stock visibility was extended across plants, warehouses, and transit locations. Material readiness became predictable, and stock reservation for the production orders eliminated last minute procurement emergencies. For the billing automation, it was the final piece. A three-way matching between PO, GRN, and the vendor bills eliminated manual reconciliations. Bills were auto-generated from basically the validated GRNs, and landed costs, including freight and customs, were automatically calculated. Multi-currency support ensured global compliance, while the billing cycle became faster, accurate, and virtually error-free. And we had the leadership dashboards as well. So the dashboards gave leadership instant visibility. Well, they had now at hand approval status, stocks levels, vendor performance, pending bills, all consolidated. Managers no longer had to change updates. Decisions became data driven and proactive. And well, within the just, well, we can say just 8 weeks, the results were tangible. A 40% reduction in PO cycle time, 28% improvement in the GRN accuracy, 2x faster billing turnaround, 35% fewer vendor disputes, and seamless multi location visibility. The transformation wasn't just operational, it improved confidence, clarity, and agility across teams. Procurement moved faster, inventory became predictable, vendor collaboration strengthened, and production planning stabilized. Now, the lessons that we learned here are simple but powerful. Small workflow fixes often create bigger gains than large overhauls. Automation is most effective when paired with accountability. Integrated purchase, inventory, and billing workflows transform efficiency and working capital flow. Even a 40% improvement in PO cycle time can dramatically improve production readiness and cash flow. So, if you're curious about how Odoo ERP can streamline your procurement, reduce PO cycle time, and improve vendor coordination, reach out to us at sales@appiton.com and we'll be happy to share insights and real world examples. Thank you for tuning into today's podcast and stay tuned for more actionable stories from the world of digital manufacturing.